Liverpool could be about to smash their transfer record with a stunning £90 million move for Newcastle United star striker, Alexander Isak. Before we talk more about this, please click on the subscribe button for more sports updates. This deal has sent shockwaves through the Premier League. Isak is one of the most exciting forwards in England right now, and if Liverpool managed to pull this off, it could transform their season. But why Isak? Why now? And how would this deal change the balance of power in the Premier League? Let's break it all down. Reports from multiple sources claim Liverpool are preparing a huge £90 million offer for Alexander Isak. This would make Isak one of the most expensive transfers in Liverpool's history, even surpassing the fees they paid for Darwin Núñez and Virgil van Dijk. The timing is key. Liverpool have been searching for a reliable, clinical striker, and Isak has proven at Newcastle that he has both the finishing ability and the all-round game to fit into Jurgen Klopp's system. At just 25 years old, he's entering his prime years. This is not just a short-term fix, it's a statement signing. Why such urgency? Well, Liverpool know that to compete with Manchester City and Arsenal, they need more firepower. Their current front line has energy, pace, and creativity, but what it lacks is consistency in finishing. Isak, who has shown he can score against the very best, fits that bill. This isn't a rumor Liverpool can simply brush aside. It's the kind of move that signals intent, that they're not settling for second place. Now let's dig into why Liverpool are targeting Alexander Isak in the first place. Darwin Núñez, for all his effort and running, has been inconsistent in front of goal. He misses big chances, and in tight matches, that can cost points. Cody Gakpo has been versatile, but he's not really a pure number 9. Diogo Jota is clinical, but he's had injury problems that prevent him from being a guaranteed starter. Liverpool needs someone reliable. Someone who can play every week, take chances under pressure, and lead the line with confidence. Isak ticks all those boxes. Last season, he scored 21 goals in all competitions for Newcastle, including big strikes against teams like Arsenal and Tottenham. His finishing style is calm, composed, and clinical, very different from Núñez, who thrives more on chaos. At 6'4", Isak is tall and strong, but he's also elegant with the ball. His dribbling ability often surprises defenders, and his link-up play makes him ideal for a team like Liverpool, where fluid attacking movement is essential. Imagine a front three of Isak, Mohamed Salah, and Luis Diaz, with Dominic Szoboszlai feeding passes behind. That's a scary prospect for any defense in Europe. Klopp has always wanted a forward who combines physicality with intelligence, and Isak might be the closest thing to a complete striker Liverpool have chased since Luis Suarez. Here's where the story gets even more interesting. Newcastle don't want to lose Isak, he's their most dangerous attacker, their talisman. But there's one thing that could force their hand: financial fair play. Since the Saudi-backed takeover, Newcastle have invested heavily in building their squad. Players like Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, and Sven Botman haven't come cheap. On top of that, they've spent big on wages and infrastructure. UEFA's financial rules mean that clubs have to be careful not to overspend compared to what they earn. Newcastle's revenues are growing, but they're still nowhere near the level of Liverpool, United, or City. Selling one big player for a massive fee, like £90 million for Isak, could give them breathing room. In fact, we've already seen reports that Newcastle are open to selling one of their stars if it helps balance the books. For them, it's about the long-term project. If losing Isak allows them to strengthen across multiple positions, they may reluctantly take the deal. Still, selling your star striker to a rival? That's not an easy decision. It would test Newcastle's ambitions and patience. So what happens if this deal actually goes through? For Liverpool, it could be the move that takes them from challengers to genuine contenders. With Isak, Salah, Diaz, and a midfield that has been rebuilt with energy and creativity, Liverpool would suddenly have one of the most dangerous attacks in Europe. It would also send a clear message: Liverpool are not content with finishing second or third. They want the title, and they're willing to spend big to get there. For Newcastle, though, it would be a huge setback. Losing Isak could make it harder for them to stay competitive in the race for Champions League football. Sure, £90 million gives them funds, but finding another striker with Isak's mix of youth, experience, and talent won't be easy. And then there's the wider league impact. Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, all of them would be watching closely. If Liverpool pull off a signing of this size, it could trigger a chain reaction of transfers. Rivals won't want to fall behind. The entire Premier League market could shift because of this one deal. Of course, no big transfer is complete without fan reaction, and this one has already caused a storm online. Liverpool fans are split. Many are buzzing at the thought of Isak leading their attack. They see him as the perfect blend of class and consistency. But others are cautious. £90 million is a lot of money, and there's always the risk that he doesn't adapt perfectly to Klopp's system. On the Newcastle side, the majority of fans are furious at even the thought of selling him. They feel it would send the wrong message, that despite the money and ambition, Newcastle still aren't ready to compete with the very best. For them, Isak represents belief, proof that they can attract and keep elite talent. Neutral fans, meanwhile, are excited. They know that if Isak joins Liverpool, the Premier League title race becomes even more dramatic. So here's the big question: is Alexander Isak worth £90 million? Is he the missing piece in Liverpool's puzzle, or is this just too much money for a player who still has more to prove? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe for more updates on Liverpool, Newcastle, and every major Premier League transfer.